I'll do a little bit of a different start today. I'm just introducing myself. We've got a lot of new subscribers and just explaining what this channel's about. So I started it in lockdown, round about 2021, with our black Labrador, Stephen. Sadly, he's no longer with us. We have Brian, who I will show you shortly, and his new brother, Kevin, who's 3 months old. 2 golden retrievers. Get a golden retriever, she said. This vlog today, first 9 minutes 40 after I sign out now is the original vlog. Like I said, new subscribers, if you want to watch it, there's no adverts. 9 minutes 40, my thoughts on the murder of the monster that was Kyle Bevan in Monster Mansion, HMP Wakefield. My thoughts. After that is the vlog I'm doing today. It is an update after the trial of the 3 prisoners who stabbed him to death. I hope that explains a little bit. Welcome everyone, subscribers old and new, those that have been around a long time, very much appreciated, as is everyone's support. If you do read the comments, it's fantastic, an amazing community, support, and I am about interviewing people, which we will get back to. I've had a busy couple of months, but upwards and onwards. Again, God bless you all. And always remember the victims, guys. Always remember the victims. Just an afterthought. Yeah, you are a mucky pup. Why would anyone already in prison have anonymity? Why, for legal reasons, could you not name someone? Maybe, just maybe, they could be going QE. Queen's evidence. Allegedly. We love that word, don't we? Allegedly. Maybe they're going, yeah, I were there, but I weren't part of it. Pointing a finger at the other 2. We don't know, do we? But the judge quite definitely said, if these 3, who it is alleged killed Kyle Bevan in Monster Mansion, if they don't attend a trial, whether that be by video link or whatever, then they have no defence. They must attend. Just going to leave it there. Into the vlog. Lola James. Beautiful 2-year-old. Brutally murdered. I don't normally do this and mention people's names, but in this instance I'm going to. By Kyle Bevan. He was housed in Monster Mansion, HMP Wakefield. Street justice, karma, call it what you want. It's alleged he was murdered in his cell by 3 other prisoners. It's worth mentioning that everyone in Monster Mansion is not in for offences against women or children. But there are some violent individuals, murderers and the like. One of the accused being the Iceman, Mark Fellows, in prison for the slaying of Paul Massey of Salford. What's it mean for the staff at HMP Wakefield? These 3 lads, who it is alleged have murdered him in his cell, have all put in pleas of not guilty. Fellows, through his barrister, the other 2, one at Full Sutton and one at Strangeways, where I used to work. It said the one at Strangeways can't be named for legal reasons. He was a serving prisoner at Wakefield. Why do you think that might be? And it said he was flanked by a police officer with a face covering. I'm thinking maybe a prison officer in riot gear. We don't know, do we? And I've always said, in these cases, it's about the family, isn't it? You know, what family, people close to these cases actually feel. So me and Brian, early in the new year, we're going on a road trip. It's about 6 or 7 hours each way to meet a young lady who's very close to this case, We're going to give her a platform. Her views, thoughts, how she feels, and the like. So the judges said they must attend. There's a trial, 4-week trial planned for June, July next year. I would imagine it'll be by video link. That's my thoughts. That is just that. There's a TV screen, you can see your court. They can have conference calls with their legal team, barristers and the like. But 3 not guilties have gone in. There's people been killed in cells before, and the people allegedly guilty of said crimes have got off with it. There's no cameras in prison cells. Without strong evidence, witness testimony, people are probably walking free. If staff have not witnessed said event, cameras can see people going in cells, that means nothing. Staff at Wakefield, HMP Monster Mansion, that'll be a traumatic time. I would imagine he's here. Let's get him in. Come on, Brian. Come on then. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yes, here we go. Beautiful boy. It'll be a traumatic time. Going through a murder trial. Testimony. It's going to be a bit of a media circus, isn't it? A real media circus. But you know, again, street justice, karma, whatever you call it. This lad, he was serving 28 years for the murder of Lola James. I saw a picture of her this morning. Do you know what? Absolutely heartbreaking. It really is. If you want to look this case up, you know, I would suggest you don't. Don't go into details, don't go into anything else. Again, for the family, I've said before, when things crop up, they're in the press, the media, you know, heartache, they're never going to heal, are they? Never going to heal. The doctor who dealt with the case said it was though Lola had been in a severe car crash, 2 years old. But he's gone now. Hopefully left the planet, or he's gone somewhere where it's incredibly warm. You know what I'm saying? I know what a lot of you think. You're like me. I change daily. End of a rope, maybe, is the solution. That's never going to happen. And then other days, live to 150 in fear every single day. Just going to leave it there, guys. I want to use this channel now going forward as a platform for you people out there to speak up. You know, life changing, you've turned your life around. Hopefully help by speaking out. Others, help people heal, help people understand. That's what we're going to be about. We'll still do the vlogs, plenty of Brian. Just going to leave it there. Come on, kid. Thanks for your continued support. Again, and I do mean this, as a community, second to none. Comment section, supportive. People loving Brian out and about. 1 or 2 loving me. one or 2 loving me out and about. Live in hope, guys. That's what we need to do. There's a lot of evil, bad people around, things going on that we can't control. Just living, just paying your bills now, becoming ever more challenging. You know, The powers that be don't want you to have anything. They don't want you to have your car. They don't want you to have houses. They want you to live in 15-minute cities, wherever you can walk or cycle in 15 minutes. We're in the majority, us good people. Shoulder to shoulder, we will win. God bless you all. Lola, James, family and friends. Brian, any chance of a cameo? Brian? Brian? Yeah, I'm going. Come on then. Yes. You mucky pup. Gravy bone. That's what it's all about, guys. The innocence of Brian. Shoulder to shoulder. God bless you all again. Thanks for coming. I'll sit there. Two parts to this. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the trial. The second part, I'm going to talk about Bevan, the monster that he was, his victim, and the family of the young girl he murdered. Lola, James, always, always, always remember the victims. How do? The dogs at the end, Brian, Kevin, a bit of footage, hopefully to make you all smile. So let's talk about the trial. All three prisoners convicted of the murder, receiving whole life orders. Two of them I'm not talking about. I'm going to talk about Mark Fellows briefly, the Iceman. When I went to live in Salford and Manchester, I lived in both, and they are separate cities. Yeah, one of the main characters, or someone I came to learn about, a name I heard a lot, was Paul Massey. Mr. Big in Salford, named at one time, ran for the Lord Mayor of Salford. Yeah, he was a big name. Mark Fellows, the Iceman, yeah, he took him out. He already had a whole of life order. People, when he was in Strangeways, he was on a Cat A unit and the like. Yeah, not someone you'd mess with, Mr. Samworth. However, an insider in the criminal world, or ex-criminal, once said to me, he was just protecting his business. Protecting his business. Dangerous individual. Yeah. Two sorts of people in dispersal prisons. Monsters and beasts, them that harm women and children, and dangerous individuals like Mark Fellows. Two whole life orders, what's that mean? He's never getting out. One life order, he's never getting out. It's all they could do. And the sort of guy he is, I imagine at some point, if not now, he'll be back on normal location, as will the other two. Now, for me, all three are a risk to prisoners and staff. Nothing to lose. And that's why I want a supermax. It's not going to get built in our country because the laws, human rights and everything else wouldn't allow me, because I'd be happy to be the governor, to run it how I wanted. So prisoners would be safe and staff would be safe. Like-minded individuals grouped together. Yeah? And I'm not dealing with you unless you're cuffed and in irons. There's no contact. You kick off, I'm not coming to rescue you or anyone else until it's safe for my staff to do so. These three, they've already killed someone, and believe me, a lot of lads in prison and lasses are not guilty of serious crimes like these. No medals for these three. You can look the crimes up yourself. But for me, once you've gone this far, you're a risk to everyone in prison. Now, let's talk about Bevan, the monster that he was as victim. A 2-year-old child, a baby, Lola James. The family, now he's gone. How's that affected them? Did they want him to live, till 100 years old in prison, terrified every day of his life? Did they want him at the end of a rope? It's always and should be down to the families. Capital punishment's not coming back here. The best we can hope for is an overseas supermax run super strict. Anyone who is a risk to staff or other prisoners, that's where they're going. Screw, fuck human rights. Yeah. Other people's human rights, like Lola James, should always come first. Now, in my first vlog, I said about Mum. Mum got 2 years. Now, I had no idea of Mum's background. Yeah. Now, sometimes I get carried away. I get quite passionate about these things. Yeah. There are people in relationships who quite definitely there's joint guilt. Point and fact, Rose and Fred West. For me, Rose West was probably the instigator, the dominant character. Bang to rights, both of them. Yeah. Women, let me tell you about women. When I first started working in the care system, I worked in female lasses only forensic units. Bar none, every single one had been abused as children. Physical, mental abuse and torture. All of us must have seen one in a relationship when we knew it was wrong and made some comment, just leave him, walk out, that sort of thing. We've not been there, have we? I knew a lad, bigger than me, played rugby alongside him, his wife, 5 foot, lovely looking, charming personality, battered him stupid for years. He was a victim of domestic violence. Who'd believe that? We don't know people's past. People get, trapped in relationships. Conditioned, don't they? Some of these characters, some of these narcissists, they'll convince me and you that they're the best thing since sliced bread. All the time abusing their partner. All the time. Truly, truly shocking. So let's not, and me, again, I've thought about this, I can change my thoughts. I can go back and look at stuff and, maybe it was a little harsh. But just imagine Mum thought this monster was going to protect her, was going to save her, was going to protect her children. And he took her 2-year-old baby's life, Lola James. As a result of that, she ended up in prison. Yeah? Just imagine that, dealing with that. Like I say, I can look at myself, I can look at things I've talked about in the past and say, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I need to look at things differently. Never judge a book by its cover. And I've met some manipulators in my life as well. And sadly, too many people who are a victim, and that's lads and lasses, of violent, manipulative, abusive relationships. And the cycle continues, doesn't it? And we don't understand. Very, very difficult loving and understanding someone who's been in relationships like that. They don't think the same, they don't behave the same. It's a fucking tough gig. So try not to be judgmental. I'm just going to leave it there. Some footage of the boys now, the dogs. Like I say, a couple of months we'll be out vlogging every day. Me, maybe our lass, Brian and Kevin. God bless you all. Lola James, her family, friends. God bless all of you. Again, thanks for your continued support. Hope you have the best day possible. Thanks for coming. I'll see thee. He's going to hide now. He's hiding, Brian. He's come to me. You beautiful boy.